Market crashes are the best time to make money, so says Robert Kiyosaki, rich dad, a poor dad, author. And he's absolutely right. History bears him out, and we can go all the way back to the 20s and we can look at the people that have made money, including the Rothschilds, Getty. Those people made their money when there was a crash and when there was a depression. In fact, you look at Howard Hughes, again, another one that during the 30s made an absolute fortune because he realized that stock were oversold. There were opportunities, particularly in the energy market. Right now we're seeing stock markets crash, particularly in the tech sector. And that doesn't mean that you should sit on the sidelines. Actually means you need to be looking at what's the best stock, what's the best quality, and where you should exactly invest your money. Fortunes are made when actually the market goes down. Warren Buffett famously said that the only time you can see who's swimming naked is when the tide goes out. Okay, and right now the tide's going out. It's going to show who actually is the good companies. In fact, if we look again at history, Warren Buffett made his money mainly during the early 2000 era, again with the stock market crash. In fact, even when he started in investment, then the markets had gone down, and it was actually perhaps everybody saying it was the wrong time to invest, but Warren Buffett was investing in quality. John Paulson made his money in the crash in the early 2000s. So did Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan. His personal money was there. Go back to the 30s and you'll see people like William Boeing, Walter Chrysler. Those people formed companies during that period because they could see the next trend. Kennedy era, again, early 20s, perhaps insider dealing, so they say. Nevertheless, he made his money and his dynasty, which of course has gone down through his family during this particular period, which was tough times. So when we're looking at the markets and you see the fall, you have to make sure that you get advice. You need to be checking out exactly where you're investing. Robert Kiyosaki says Bitcoin is the place to go. It's the future of money. Certainly it's a part of my portfolio. I look at investing in cryptocurrencies simply and solely because I believe that digital currencies are the future. So I look at that, I look at Bitcoin, I look at alternatives within that particular sector. But I'm also looking at other things in the tech sector. Right now we're seeing social media beat up. We're seeing Facebook down, Snap down. We're seeing those various shares are continuing a path downwards. Will they recover? We'll watch with interest, and if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'll tell you if I think that's going to pick up, because obviously it seems to be that social media is here to stay. But right now, as advertising goes away, people cut back on various things. Those companies are in effect losing their value, but that can come back super quickly if people start to advertise again. Or will they perhaps not advertise? Will people use influencers as been a trend? We watch, in other words, social media companies right now. Okay, they were things that we look at because you see the future with people going into the metaverse, etc. And you say that's going to happen. Okay, right now, not the right time to invest in those things. It's the right time to be looking at the trends, looking at things that are oversold, products that you particularly like. If you've got a company and you use it, for example, I like Zoom, I use it. Okay, then I think that the stock has gone down. It recovered quite a lot yesterday. I actually like it as a company. Not for everybody. Again, you look at the diversification. Is there too much competition in that particular sector? So again, it has to be something that you consider. You look at the detail. Where is it going to be in 5 years' time? Is that company going to grow? Is it going to be more people using that particular service in the future? Zoom's gone for looking at client services or customer services center, making sure that ads, SMS, adding so that companies can make sure their clients are looked after using Zoom and all the various applications all in one place. Again, looks like a great way of going for the future. The stock is down. Would you speculate? Okay, you might. I would doesn't mean everybody should. Okay, actually you have to look at your appetite. Energy companies, they've gone up. Unless energy prices fall away, then those stock aren't going to fall anytime soon. Seems to be that energy prices are going to stay high for a period of time. So therefore, again, it's a sector worth looking for. Pharmaceuticals, prices have come down a lot. Reality is that pharmaceuticals are going to continue to get used. So you talk to an advisor, you realize there are actually opportunities. Because what happens when the market falls and fear comes into the market, people sell everything. So what you're going to be doing is you've got to be making sure you're looking for the quality. If everything gets sold, but there's quality companies being sold as well, okay, obviously you've got to be picking up those quality companies. Okay, and if you don't want to do it yourself, then, as I say, you talk to an advisor or you look for a good fund manager, a company that's got a great record for investing. Okay, if you look at Warren Buffett, for example, and you can actually invest in his company, and we can talk to you as a company about how you can do that, and you'll see that he's consistently made good money because he looks for value. In other words, doesn't try and time the market, looks for value. What else could fall in the future? Property. Just be aware. Okay, we've got interest rates rising, we've got recession, that means people being laid off. Okay, you've got to be looking at saying, is the property sector gonna fall at some stage? My logic says it will. That doesn't mean that I've got a crystal ball. It just means, okay, if you're invested in that sector and you've got extra properties, okay, again, you need to personally review, you need to talk to an advisor. I don't know your personal situation. I'm just saying that when the stock market falls, historically, 6 months later, okay, you actually get problems in the property sector. Just giving you, all right, the heads up, so watch out for it. Okay, so no one's got a crystal ball, but just remember that there's clouds there. Okay, those clouds can go away. So things will recover, quality companies will come back, the markets will come back. Just got to make sure that you've got a good fund manager or you're in the right companies and the right sectors. When the time to make money, actually the best time to make money and actually get good returns is to be looking to invest in the market when nobody else wants to. Okay, seems crazy, but actually it's the way. When everybody says it's gonna keep going forever, okay, it's actually the time to settle. So good advice. Okay, hopefully you gained something from the video. Please like if you did. Please share the video because it helps me with the algorithm, get more quality content out there, and obviously subscribe so you get kept up to date with what's happening in the markets and what it takes to be successful.